Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, Peg. How's it going?
Great.
You're wearing a dress.
I know.
Look how pretty you look.
Well, Joe hasn't even noticed.
Well, Joe's a fool.
You have some lipstick on you.
Hey, bro.
Ow! Come on, stop it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Joe, come on. Joe, let go.
You give?
Joe, let go.
You give?
Let go.
Joe, let go of your brother.
We're just playing. Right, Jimmy?
Are you okay? Come on. We'll grab a beer and we'll get some food and then we'll get out of here.
I hate these get-togethers.
He's only playing with you.
He's such an asshole.
He's your brother.
Not by choice.
You're overreacting.
So you're on his side now?
I'm not on his side, but you should stand up to him.
Like you do?
What does that mean?
Forget it.
All right, would you like to give us the monologue? Then we could talk about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
certainly.
You can stand, sit, whatever you like.
Yeah, I would like to stand. I like that. I don't know. A little cunning, a little fortitude, a little perseverance. You know, I couldn't believe it. Not the last time. They took her to this room. I don't know what you call it. It's where they take everybody right before they kick the bucket, and they all sort of lie there looking at each other, wondering what the hell they got in common to talk about. She knew, though. I'm sure of that. I remember once she tried to tell me something. I mean, the sound came out from somewhere around her mouth like somebody dragging a stick over a fence, and I thought, hey, she's trying to tell me something. So I lean in to hear better, and that's when I get a whiff of that breath, like fried puke. And I was sick all over her. But you want to hear something really funny? And I mean, this is really funny, so you can laugh if you like. There was this old lady dying next to Mom, and she had this daughter named Susan that she kept talking about. Well, Susan came to visit the day I puked all over Mom, and guess what? It was only Susan Weinfeld, which doesn't mean a thing to you, but Susan happens to be the girl that I spent a good many months as a sophomore in high school trying to lay. In fact, her virginity almost cost me a B+ in world history. And here we were 6 years later, staring at each other across two dying mothers. I want to tell you something, Kathy. She looked fantastic, you know, and I could tell she was thinking the same thing about me. It was kind of like the way you and I were at first, maybe just possibly a little better. So we go to Mr. Donut and have a coffee and start groping each other like crazy under the counter. I mean, we couldn't keep our hands off each other, so I suggest we get a cab back to Mom's place since, you know, there happened to be no one home at the moment. But the funny thing is, when we get to Mom's, and, you know, there's all those stairs you got to go up, and there's Susan all over me practically screaming for it, and I start fumbling around with the keys in the lock, and none of them would fit. I must have tried every key about 50 fucking times, and none of them would fit. We got in all right, finally. I had to go downstairs, through the Salvador's apartment, out their window, back up the fire escape, through Mom's window. And when I finally get to the front door, there's poor old Susan asleep on the landing. She really looked cute. I hated to wake her. Anyway, after we had talked and smoked about 1 million cigarettes each, we didn't feel like it anymore. Not really. Now, you know, we did it anyway, you know, just to be polite. It was, taken all in all, a pretty ordinary fuck, nothing spectacular. But we made plans to get back together the following evening, and if you ask me, we could have probably gotten into something pretty spectacular if we had tried again, but when I got back to the hospital, I found out good old Mom had croaked sometime during the night. And I still don't know why to this day, but I never got in touch with Susan again. And vice versa. It's a funny thing, you know? At the funeral, there were all these people, friends of Mom's, they were all crying like crazy, and me, well, I didn't even make it to the burial. The car I was in broke down on the Merritt Parkway. Just as well. I didn't feel like seeing all those people. I sure would have loved to have fucked Susan again, though. Anyway, I just didn't feel like telling anybody. I was upset. Mostly because I thought I ought to be more upset, but as for your actual grief, well... So, anything interesting happened to you this semester? Well, I'm off to my 9 a.m. meeting. They called in the entire department to make some type of announcement, and I want to get there early. It won't look good if I'm late.
Alex, don't forget about our dinner reservation tonight. To celebrate. Good luck with your meeting.
Thanks. I'll see you tonight.
She's got like this very eclectic, like live music over.
Hey, easy, Gilligan. That's my girlfriend.
Yeah, Dustin.
Who's had to pretend.
Hi.
Hi. You're home early.
Yeah. I had an early day.
Me too. I did the laundry.
Great. I ran out of clean underwear. Jimmy, are you?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. Are you hungry?
I'm starving.
I'll make us some food.
That would be great.
I know.
Baby. You're wearing my robe.